Yo, what is going on, guys? Today we are back with the part 2 video of my how to save battery on the iPhone series. If you missed part 1, I'll have an annotation on the screen right now where you can definitely go ahead and check that out. But today I'm here to bring you a load more tips because I have so many I had to split it into 2 videos and I want to get right into it, but I just gotta let you guys know. Thank you so much for the support on the last video. I had a lot of great suggestions and comments. It was really nice to see you guys and be able to talk to you. But today I just want to get things started off right away, and we're going to jump into how to save more battery. So the first thing on today's episode is what you got to do. This one you've probably heard a lot, but it does really matter. Is in your settings and then down to your privacy. Location services. I know you guys have probably heard this one on and off a ton. Location services takes up a ton of battery. I cannot even tell you how much. I mean, just look at how many things I have on. It's not even that many compared to some people who just leave everything on. But really, if you want to save more battery, you have to go through your location services and check whether you want them to use like while you're using the app or never to use it. Like honestly, the only thing I use location services for is maps. So if you really don't use it for anything, you can turn it off altogether, which I've done before, and it will save you loads of battery. So I would recommend just make sure your location services are set up so that you only have on what you really need to use. It's a great battery life tip, and I really suggest it to anyone. My next tip actually is about the notifications, and it's your notification center. Now, lots of us, as always, have a lot of stuff turned on that can send us notifications, whether it be badges, sounds, alerts. I have lots of things on. Basically, you're going to want to turn off what you don't need, because every time your phone's like lighting up when it's turned off or just giving you a notification, that is draining a lot of battery. Now, for say example, like you want to go to Google Maps, you can like select turn it all off, or you can mess with the banner style if it's none, a banner, alert. But honestly, what I recommend doing is just going through and turning off what you don't need. Like I really don't need Google Maps notifications at all because I've actually switched back to Apple Maps, so I can just turn this off, and you never know if like how much battery that'll save if I do go back and switch to Google Maps. I don't need it sending me like stupid alerts and stuff. So that's basically why I did that. My next tip goes into the email portion of this actually, and it's how your emails fetch. So basically, I have mine set to only like fetch new data is off, and I set it manually because basically you can have your emails check every 5, 10, 15 minutes, however much you want, and that's using battery because it has to find out like how much like it's checking in the background like while you're not even physically on the mail app. It's using your battery and looking for new emails. If you really need that, you can keep that on, but all I'm trying to say here is that since I manually get my emails, it is not using as much data, and only when I go to my email app it will then download all the new emails that have come in. It's a great way to save battery, and it's definitely one of the best tips that you can use. Also, spreading off to the email part, you can delete email accounts you don't need. If you have extra ones that maybe are just getting junk mail all the time, just delete them off if it's just useless and you've forgotten you've had it. This might not be the case for that many people, but I just have to mention it because if you have useless emails coming in, then it will definitely waste a lot of battery. So my next tip is spreading into iCloud. For your iCloud, I'm not going to show my iCloud stuff, but for your iCloud, basically, just if you manually back up your phone using your computer and you don't use iCloud, just turn it off. I mean, it's just a quick tip. I know it sounds pretty basic, but yeah, just turn it off if you don't use it. My next tip actually is in general, and then down to date and time. It's to turn off set automatically, which may sound kind of weird at first, like why would I not want it to set my time zone automatically, it's basically because sometimes your iPhone it just automatically updates and it uses location services to test this. I know this uses a very small amount of power, but I know said I was going to give you every single tip, so this actually does, in the long run, save battery, as crazy as it sounds, if you turn that off and set it to automatically. So in the long run, it does. My next tip is also in general, and it's Siri. Now I don't know about you guys, but I don't use Siri, so just having it off, like, it doesn't make a difference to me. It saves me battery, and I don't really use Siri. If you're a person that uses Siri, you can definitely keep it on, but I don't see many people these days actually using Siri. But I'm sorry if if you do use Siri, because I know there's some people out there who do, but it is a battery life drainer, so that's why I have chosen to turn mine off. And yeah, that's going to save you a lot of battery. I know I'm going pretty quick through these guys, but I have a lot to show you. My next is background app refresh. Now you've probably heard about this before a lot, and basically what it does is it refreshes your apps in the background. Exactly what the title is, I know, but if you have your apps open, and it can basically fetch new data in the background. This is actually a huge battery drainer. I just have mine off in general because really most of the times it's just wasting power if I had it on. Like, I really don't care about some of the apps that would be updating in the background. I just have no use for it at all. So again, this is a very big battery drainer, and definitely turn that off. My next tip is just in the upper right corner, just have your battery percentage on. I mean, I know it sounds pretty obvious, I know a lot of you do, but just in case there is an option to turn it on and off, just have that on, because it's nice to see how much percentage you're at, and it's definitely worth it. So that's basically it for all the tips that I can give you guys on your phone. I think I've covered mostly everything that you need to know in the first part and the second part, so make sure to watch both of those if you haven't. Another random tips, that doesn't really have to do with your phone, is you can always buy external batteries and battery pack cases. There's a lot of them out there today, and if you guys need one, I actually have one and I can do a review on it if you want. You can let me know down in the comments. It's a pretty good, cheap, only $20 external battery that can charge my phone many times. It's very nice. I could do a review if you guys want that. Also, I'm sure you've heard of like the Mophie cases that charge your phone, but they do add a lot of bulk. But that's definitely ways that you can extend back. Thank you guys for watching this video. It's been a great pleasure to show you battery tips, and I hope you have a great day today. Thank you.